Hello, and we are gluttons for punishment. For one, we have to be up in just a few hours.
12 hours.
Yeah, about 12 hours is when we catch the train. We still have yet to sleep. But we can't just leave you like that. We just had a nice hearty meal, making sure that we used up our eggs and other things that were going to go bad. More food than we wanted. And thus, we've decided to cap off the night with the Isla del Sol. Not to be confused with the island just off the coast of Florida, near St. Petersburg, also called Isla del Sol, which you can find vacation stuff about. This is said to be a sun-blessed Sumatran wrapper with Nicaraguan filler. Now, the Sumatran wrapper is rather interesting given the fact that this is infused with Sumatran Mandiling coffee. Now, apparently the Mandiling people did not originate the coffee. In fact, it just was grown in the northern part of Sumatra and has nothing to do with the Mandiling people at all. However, some traders thought that it did, so they labeled it as such, and it stuck. And the Mandiling coffee is considered one of the finest coffees in the world. And I have never drank it. I'd actually like a cup right now to see if it complements this.
I would like to try a cup of Kopi Luwak to complement this.
I believe that is also usually Sumatran. I know it's Indonesian.
Kopi Luwak's also Filipino, from what I understand, too.
Yes,
from what Annie said. If any of you want to look up Kopi Luwak, look up the bucket list. You'll understand it. It's a real coffee, so...
Yes.
You
you need civet cats for that. Very chocolatey, milk chocolate.
Exactly. I'm picking up chocolate myself.
Maybe some salt and caramel as well.
So it's basically a Snickers bar and a cigar again.
It smells more like Hershey's milk chocolate. Now, I'm only getting the caramel and chocolate, or caramel and salt off the foot, and it's not adding to the scent off the wrapper, which is milk chocolatey. Now, I know that this has a sweetened cap. What the sweetened cap is, I don't know. It's not the coffee, though. That's just like cream on the coffee, I guess.
I just gotta say, I can't put my finger to it, but there is a really nice dry puff in the cigar.
Yeah, it's
very sugary. This is probably what I call a sugar bomb.
Dry puff kind of reminds me of Swiss Miss, just a little bit. Definitely cocoa-y.
Oh yeah, I can vouch for that one. The Swiss Miss cocoa.
So go ahead and fire this up.
Fire it up. So this is our nightcap for tonight. I got to go through my humidor and take a couple.
And this way, we won't leave any infused cigars sitting behind in our humidor affecting other cigars. I don't mind it for a few days, but I wouldn't want to leave it there for like a month or two.
Then I better smoke the acid blondie I got left in there. And those little acid cigars. I was planning to take those with me.
Take them with.
To have with me on when I get into Seattle.
Now I could say the Isla del Sol is one of those cigars that I've always been tempted at because the price is right. When I'm looking through the book, and I'm always like iffy if I want to buy infused cigars.
This tastes like a nub macchiato. I can just...
Right now it's very sugary.
Sugar bomb.
And there's definitely a sweet coffee. Kind of chocolatey. Maybe hints of caramel as well. Which is actually an interesting thing about the Mandiling coffee is that naturally it has notes of chocolate and caramel. So if this is supposed to taste like a Mandiling coffee, based on the reviews I've seen of the Mandiling coffee, because I was trying to find something out about it, I found that it's predominantly known by its chocolate or mocha and caramel qualities without having anything added.
Sounds like a coffee I need to try. How much is a bag of it? Because I am a coffee
I don't know, but one of the
aficionado.
places we've dealt with in the past, nuts.com, has it. So
Who?
nuts.com, which we've bought from before. Which, by the way, I do recommend them if you do like nuts. They are a place that I've gone shopping through, and I trust them, and they have fast shipping to you. Little overpriced, but heck, you're getting the stuff like next day almost. So
Maybe they got 5 pounds of pistachios. I love eating pistachios.
it's the best place if you're looking for raw nuts that are unsalted or anything.
I did want to get.
That's
50
exactly why I went through them. I got raw cashews. I did not want salted cashews.
I wanted 50-pound bag, and no, I'm not mooching. If anyone out there, 50 pounds of walnuts. I just love cracking them. As long as you get the right tool to crack it. Heck, I was still picking up walnut pieces around my place.
Oh, and the retro hail is heavenly on this. Very sweet, nice back scent when you breathe back in after blowing it out. Some may think, candy cigars are, kind of sissified or something.
No, most cigar smokers out there say that these aren't cigars.
I think that, heck, you enjoy them, you enjoy them. Who gives a damn? It's honestly more sissified to hide from it and say, I can't smoke that because it's not manly enough. That's a woman's stick. Definitely I'm enjoying this. This is going to be a good dessert smoke. Definitely. I can tell.
Exactly. It's going to be a really good smoke.
Jeez, it makes me wonder why for 2 years I've been passing up on getting a box of these.
Yeah, okay, Grumpy. Grumpy Mop here is grumping. There he goes. Tell me all about it, Moppy. See if you can see him, he's doing his dance. There's his head.
Oh, and on the retro hail, that coffee flavor is, it's awesome. Awesome coffee.
Some of you out there need to know Moppy is unhappy because he hasn't had his usual treats for 3 weeks, only when he goes out and works.
Well,
he did get the Johnny Sticks treat, but truth of the matter is the reason why we're hoarding the treats is because he was bad and pissed on Mommy's floor.
And he might be thinking about it again because he hasn't gone since 5 a.m. No, it was 6 a.m.
6:15.
Yep, so this is longer than he usually has to wait.
Well, after this.
Anyways, we'll get to the halfway point, and I'm going to see if I can get him outside briefly. Hello, and welcome back to the halfway point of this Island of the Sun. Isle de Sol.
If it's the Island of the Sun, for all of you out there, if that's the case, I got a bridge for you to sell.
Oh, well, at least I get to sell it. That means I make the money.
I mean,
would you like to buy it?
No, I got a bridge for me to sell to you. Whoops, sorry. So go on, Aaron.
So, anyways, I've been hoping through the first half of this that the sweetness would just calm down. Why? I'm really enjoying those coffee notes that are floating through the background. Just very beautiful tasting coffee. And as the sweetness is slowly dissipating, I've also noticed too that the retro hail is not nearly as nice as it was before. But still very incredible flavors. Pair great with coffee.
Kopi Luwak, the most expensive beverage in the world. For our coffee, that is, I think. I think the most expensive, if you guys want to get technical, is like 100-year Scotch that they have Macallan makes. Those are very expensive, too.
Ooh. That is strong.
No, I wouldn't pair this with any type of whiskey, including bourbon, Scotch, or Canadian. Now, my cousin Corey might, just because he wants a cigar fest, he might buy a box of these just for himself.
I'd say that the chocolate is wearing down a little bit more, and there's more caramel flavor coming out. If there is one sweetness taking over for another.
I, for one, think that the chocolate is dying down, but I'm picking up, I'm picking up more caramel and more. This would be basically like a Nub Cafe when it comes to cigars itself, you know.
Except for it's not.
I mean, if this isn't compared to a Nub Cafe, is on my radar as being very tasty.
But for the price of these, I would be very, very tempted to buy these personally. But that's at the halfway point. Let's see how things are in the final third. So,
Back to Diablo I go, with Aaron's help.
yes, you will be lost in it.
Yep.
See you in a second. Hello, and welcome back to the third part of this Isla del Sol. I don't think you did rename it. Anyways, we were just having a renaming question for our fusing video. I'm really enjoying the coffee flavors that come out in this. They are rather dark, semi-earthy flavored coffee. Little tad bit bitter, but nice overall kind of robust flavor to it. The caramel is kind of seeped off, and now it's almost pure coffee. Maybe with a little hint of nut. It's a very pleasant smoke. And I'm really enjoying the flavors of the tobaccos in this.
First of all, I gotta agree with Aaron. The caramel has died down. I'm getting more of a tobacco-ish, nuts, and possibly a teeny tad light hint of Ligero. But otherwise, this is just a very blessed cigar that is coffee infused. I was just thinking while he was talking about dark coffees, someone gave us 2 bags of this Starbucks coffee that is really good. It'd go good with one of these in the morning.
There's definitely some cocoa flavor in here too. That bitterness, I think, could for some people get a little rough to have to deal with. But if you like coffee, that ain't gonna bother you.
How about this for a limited edition?
Because to me, a lot of coffee is way too bitter for me.
Right here, the Mount Ramen Lao coffee. It's a rare.
Remalou.
Well, it looks really good.
I don't know how you pronounce that.
It's really good. Who knows? It's a single origin coffee, and it would go really good with this cigar. So
I'll say that this has burnt quite a while. It's been almost an hour and a half. It's been a near flawless burn. I've not needed a touch up. I don't think Rita has.
I touched up a couple times, but nothing major. Also, because I'm playing Diablo, it went out twice, but that is because I got into the game, and Aaron's like, and then, you got to put it down and use the mouse, so I try to,
It does seem to want to be puffed a little more than I like. There's less rest time. I have a feeling that this cigar would tunnel if you let it rest too long.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, too.
So, it kind of wants to be noticed. But very pleasant smoke, well worth a try, and they're not terribly expensive. Oh, and like the Drew Estate egg, they come packed, nestled into tobacco. And so Rita could always take that and put it in her pipe and smoke it.
I already did.
Yeah, but you haven't done it with the Isla del Sol stuff, which might be infused tobaccos in there. I'm giving her ideas.
Yeah, so he can mooch all the cigars, and
I get the yeah, exactly. I get the cigars, you get the junk tobacco that they pack it in.
That is not a good deal. Anyone who wants to donate cigars genuinely to me, feel free to. Just don't send him any because of that.
I don't deserve them now.
Please add and subscribe. Please post comments, leave feedback, suggestions. Thank you. May God bless you all and enjoy every puff.